Listen, I keep trying to tell you, they don't care about us. They do not care. Okay? These companies, that's why it blows my mind when you see a person like the little brown noser wants to go around and be the company spy, the bootlicker, and then go back to management and go, they're doing this, they're doing that, I'm gonna go chill. The bootlicker. And man, I've seen a mini bootlicker or a few bootlickers get got. Oh, I have no sympathy. These companies care nothing about you. Let's listen to this video. The caption, as you can see on the screen, it says an Amazon worker fell dead, and the manager ordered its employees to look away, keep working. You might get more sympathy for an animal. Oh, that little cat, that little puppy, that penguin. A human being reportedly fell dead, blood coming out the head, and the manager's like, "Hey, keep working." Unless you're an owner or unless you are a owner or shareholder, you're so irreplaceable. Like picking up a toothpick, they can replace you within 5 minutes. And the sooner you realize this, the better off you'll be. Check this out. One worker fell dead, and the manager ordered his employees to look away, keep working, just work around his body. So the body is there, and they're saying to go ahead, keep working, work around the body. We're talking about a human being. Before I go any further, I need y'all to make sure that y'all watch this video all the way to the end. Save it. Share it with a hard worker. Everybody need to know. Stop going into these companies, breaking your back, and this is how they're going to repay you. Yes, at an Amazon warehouse in Oregon, a 46-year-old worker fell dead, and the manager said, look away. One of the workers wanted to help the person that was dying. Now the worker had blood coming out of their head and was turning blue. And their co-worker wanted to give him CPR. Can I help this person? And the manager said, no, get back to work. Work around the body. Y'all better start taking care of y'all health, taking care of y'all mind, taking care of y'all body. Stop overworking at these jobs because they'll have you clocked out if you pass away. Over your body if you pass away. Yep. That's it. They don't care about you. They do not care about you. I remember a company, it's on TV now, and everybody knows who it is, but I can't say. There was a fire in the basement. I think I mentioned this before. A fire in the basement of the building that told everybody to get out because, the building had like, man, what, 17, 20 floors? Okay, high-rise building. Everybody to get out. We had like where we were located, we were kind of like, maybe like the sixth floor and on down. So they put the fire out. Keep in mind, it's a whole lot of electricals down there in the basement. Are you kidding? Next thing you know, for those in customer service, how about the manager? The manager was saying, "Okay, y'all, they put the fire out. Let's go get back on the phones. Get back on the phones." For the people in customer service, get them back on the phones. And where we were standing, it was one man that was a fireman. He was like, "Well, it may not be safe to go in there just not just yet." They were still telling people for only the customer service now, people on the phones to go back and get back on the phones. So people are like, "Hey, how do we know it's safe in there?" That we heard this fireman saying to kind of clear out. Maybe to kind of wait. And so like, we need y'all to go ahead and get back on the phone, get back in. And guess what happened? People started getting on the phones and they were calling and texting their loved ones saying, okay, there is a fire at the building. The firemen are here. And they were started doing videos and they were like, they're telling us to go ahead and get back inside. But just so you know, the building has been on fire. The firemen are here. I don't feel it's safe, but they're telling us to go ahead and get back inside. It didn't matter. They still had the people. Let's go, let's go. Like a little herd. Come on, let's go. Back inside. They don't care about you. They want those phones manned. It's like that warehouse. This just shows you corporate America. So when I see people that's the brown nose and want to always try to get some brownie points in, your brownie point day is coming too. Now, am I saying that everything can just stop? No, I understand business, but there's a way to be compassionate about it. Something like that. Whoa. And see, I've heard about Amazon. I have seen the video. Oh my goodness. I've seen the videos. I've had people to tell me that work there. Um, Family members that have worked there, they told me about it. Their family members rather that have worked there. And they had like this quota thing. Oh, one person said, I cannot believe this. Something about, they said, oh, we noticed it took you 2 minutes. They had stopped by someone's workstation. And one lady said, in the badge, there's some type of, which I don't know if it's true or not, but some kind of tracking, and they can track where you are. And she was like, oh, I said good morning. They said, well, it didn't take you over there for 2 minutes. It didn't take you 2 minutes to say good morning. You could have said that and went on. They're really tracking. I've heard of people getting hurt. Oh, we don't. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother video. A person getting hurt on the job, blood on the pants leg, and them saying, we don't see any blood. You okay? Then quickly, allegedly, have to say allegedly, get them into a room to sign some forms that you're okay. One incident made me laugh. I'm not making fun of anybody's injuries. I'm never. But one injury made me laugh. And I said, so after you got injured, they're telling you you're seeing a doctor. I said, oh, they have a doctor on site? Really? I didn't know that. The person presented themselves, again, gotta say allegedly, as a doctor. Yeah, we're going to give you some medical treatment. And I said, what's the doctor's name? Turns out, this is the part that made me laugh. It wasn't a doctor. The person was an EMT for the ambulance. But that's not a doctor. You're being told you're seeing a doctor, and this person is. I said, because you, no disrespect to the profession, because you work for EMT. That's EMT in the back. I know what that is. That they're working in the back of the ambulance, but that doesn't equate to a doctor. I said, so, this sounds like a joke. That's not funny. The person isn't a doctor. Well, they worked in the back for the ambulance. You got to be playing with me. It's like, this sounds like a joke. So I said, no. I said, I already saw what that was. I said, either the person is a doctor. There needs to be the initials. I may not be the smartest, but I think like MD, EMT is not it, baby, because they worked in the back of an ambulance. So they hired that person to be there at the facility. So when things happen, who's giving medical treatment? Then try to give you some forms to sign off. And once you sign those forms that everything is okay, boom. So yeah, there have been, I've seen videos from, they're even on YouTube. Americans giving videos from people outside the country, the horror stories. It's like, wow, you have got to be kidding me. But this right here, it doesn't surprise me. It even happens in corporate America. Remember they had that person that had worked and the person had died on Friday. And I guess the person must have lived alone, died on Friday. And guess what? The body was there the whole weekend at that desk. But they realized the person was dead on Monday. So that person was sitting there deceased the whole weekend. It's business. It's an exchange. You sign a contract, you do the work that you are paid to do, sign the contract, do what you're paid to do, and that's it. There's no emotional ties to you. There's no, oh, we really care about you. They may tell you that to get that done, to get the work done, get you all boosted up, and we need you. Yeah, right. So this year doesn't surprise me. I remember being in corporate America and we had made a joke with how they treat people. I said, man, you could like drop dead on the job. And what they'll probably do at best is put a sheet over you, probably take you in your little chair, roll you in a corner, put a sheet over you, wipe that desk down and plop somebody in it the next day. That's how much they care about you. So seeing this right here doesn't surprise me. And as I understand, they have a quota. Oh yes, I think they have a quota, man. And it's a very interesting quota. My understanding, what I've heard people say, they have a quota. So this right here doesn't surprise me. Get back to work. Somebody just died. Got to meet that quota. Oh, you got to get so much. I think you have to get so much done within a certain time frame that's expected. Last, I remember hearing about a lady. She was an older lady, and she had gone way above and beyond on the quota and got a real high number. And she was pushing herself like crazy, and it was unreal. Guess what happened? She got some kind of recognition, but didn't get any extra money. And then me a little bit more analytical than she. I started just kind of adding that up, and I was like, so if she does that on a regular basis, that's gonna probably equate to maybe an extra check or two, maybe a month's salary throughout the year that she's worked and not getting paid for. Get sick and see what's gonna happen. So yeah, it's not personal, it's business. They don't care. It's business. So a person getting the job done, then whoop, coke on the side, you got to get that number. And the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. And then out of all that, think the people that are really like, going extra above and beyond, which I'm not saying to do that, do what's best for you. And then out of all of that, they'll just let you go at the drop of a hat. My goodness, the robots are already here. Amazon, they've had thousands. One report last year, they were saying, 10,000? Thousands of laid off workers. Mm-hmm. Thousands. It's business, people. If you're going to hustle and throw your back out and get your emotions out of whack, at least do it for yourself. Do it for your own side hustle, your future business. And if you want to do it for these companies, hey, they've been good to you, go at it. But just keep in mind, life is business. And as the old folks used to say, a fair exchange is no robbery. A fair exchange is no robbery. You can take that for what it's worth. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out.